What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live Show. I am LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Also, too, I want to thank and welcome all the new subscribers who have come by this week and subscribed to my page. It's truly, truly appreciated, man. It definitely is. And as always, happy holidays to you and yours, right? But listen, let's get right into it. Today is Sunday. Happy Sundays to you guys. And as you know, when it's Sunday, it's Giants Day, right? But the Giants fell today to the Dallas Cowboys, 21-6. Listen, it feels like I feel like a broken record, man. Right? Because every week it's the same thing. You know, the Giants, their defense is solid, guys. I've been saying this all year. Their defense is solid. They pretty much only held the Cowboys to two touchdowns. At one point, it was just 15-6. The Giants were right in this game. You know what I mean? They were right in this game. The defense was playing their heart out, getting sacks, forcing turnovers. Lorenzo Carter played big T. He had 2 sacks. Azeez Ojulari has been having a great season. He had a sack and a half today. Leonard Williams was big in that middle. He also had a forced fumble, but the Cowboys recovered it. Logan Ryan was big back there. Bradbury almost had a pick. But the defense was playing hard. It was hitting hard. It was a lot of good, solid tackles out there. We even got Jalen Smith up there from off waivers, former Cowboy player. He was playing hard, coming up with pretty big tackles in there. Defense played tough, man. They played hard. They were fighting. But the offense, just no productivity, man. And they can't sustain drives, nothing. And then, of course, you can't turn the ball over. I mean, they had 4 turnovers. Mike Glennon had 3 picks. 3 picks. I mean, you can't do that. And then, in the second half, of course, Judge decides to go for it on 4th and 1 in Cowboys. It's not with Cowboys, excuse me, in the Giants area of the field. And it's frustrating because you make that move when it's like 4th and inches. You don't do that when it's 4th and 1, and you're on your side of the field. Not that he's getting too greedy. He did it earlier, a drive before, to where it was like 4th and inches, right? And they were able to get it on a sweep play that they used, and I think it was Booker that ran it, and so they were able to get it. But if it's 4th and 1, you're at the 30. Relax, man. Calm down. Just punt the ball. The defense has played great. Maybe we can get the ball back and we can kind of make something out of it, right? But don't put your defense back in this situation. Saquon had a fumble. He played hard today, but he had a fumble, and the Cowboys part of the field, and that's what happened. Turnovers. Come on, man. You know what I mean? You can't have 4 turnovers in the game, and then to me to pretty much get sacked and lose yardage. Mike Glennon tried to do a dive play and quarterback sneak, excuse me, and he got stopped. So that's another turnover, right? So that's basically 5 turnovers, basically in the Cowboys side of the field, to where it was easy points. But with that, the Giants still only gave up 21 points. That's how good the defense was playing. Solid, man, solid across the board, but just no production. No production. Mike Glennon just looks like he definitely looks like a backup. But a positive note, a positive part of the game, of course, was defense. But the other one was I like Jake Fromm got in at the end of the game. He looked like he was controlling the offense better than Glennon. The way he knew the linemen and stuff like that, with the protection, pretty much telling them who to cover, who's the mic, and just pretty much having control of the offense. The Giants drove right down the field with no problem. He didn't seem nervous. He didn't seem scared. He didn't seem like he didn't know where to go with the ball. But guys, I want you guys to pay attention to something too. It's levels to this, right? You have to understand certain guys' pedigree, because even though a guy doesn't measure up, he doesn't have the measurables. You have to look at where he came from, right? Is he a winning player? Is he a winning quarterback? Jake Fromm came from Georgia. When he was at Georgia, he had an exceptional record as a starter. He was in a national championship game with them there. They were constantly in the talks for being one of the better teams there. He played all 4 years at Georgia, started all 4 years. So he's played a lot of big-time football games, sometimes even bigger than being in the NFL, because if people know college football at times can be bigger than the NFL, right? They have bigger stadiums. The fans and the boosters are just on a totally different level, right? So, if you're playing Alabama on a Saturday night, in a stadium that's over 100,000 people, I mean, it's different. It's different than, someone like Mike Glennon, who played in a smaller school. I think he went to NC State. He's not playing the Alabamas of the world, the Auburns of the world. just a big time competition, LSU of the world. That's in the SEC. That means something. It really, really does, guys. You may think it doesn't. It's not a big deal, but no, it is a big deal. It is. It is. Because when a guy comes in and he's not rattled, he's not bothered by the moment. The Giants Stadium is smaller probably than Sanford Stadium in Georgia. Probably isn't. But I'm just giving you guys examples, right? He's played in bigger stadiums before where it was a lot more on the line. So my point is that he's not afraid of the moment. He's just not. And if I'm correct, I think he was the quarterback on that championship team that lost to Alabama, but they played at the Rose Bowl. They played at the Rose Bowl and beat Oklahoma, right? So I'm giving you guys a little bit of background of Jake Fromm, of who he is and how he's played and just what his career was. This is his first start in the NFL. The kid didn't seem rattled at all, right? But that's pedigree. So he's just he's not a shaken guy, and if it's up to me, I'm playing him for the rest of the season. I'm not going back to Glennon. I'm just not. I would sit DJ. I would sit Daniel Jones, let him sit for the rest of the season, work on that neck, just get him right, and I would just start Fromm for the rest of the games. We're not making the playoffs, but I would do that and just pretty much just see how the team looks and how we do to maybe try to finish off strong. As you guys know, Sterling Shepard went down today. He had a torn Achilles. I think this might be his last game as a Giant. I don't see the Giants bringing him back. They might even be in talks possibly for trade. But it's kind of hard to trade a guy who's coming off a torn Achilles. So they may not bring him back. They might buy him out if he's there. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. But I think, we saw his last day as a Giant, I believe. But it was a tough day, tough Sunday. But, like I said, the bright side is that, we saw Jake Fromm run on offense and it looked pretty good. So we'll see what happens. Right? But, hey, look, guys, listen. That's my show. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Please leave comments so we can go back and forth and we can debate. All right? I appreciate you guys coming through my play page. Enjoy your holidays. Happy Sunday. All right? And I'm LV Live and I'm out. Peace.